The Guardian Conservatory roof is a complete conservatory replacement roof, and it's the only replacement roof available that has building control certification. The Guardian roof transforms your conservatory from a part of your house that you can only use occasionally to a year-round living space. In just a few days you can transform your old conservatory into a stunning, energy-efficient and desirable living space. Once the customer has chosen a design they like, the property is measured and the plans for the conservatory roof are drawn up in our bespoke design department. We use the latest software to ensure your roof will fit your existing base perfectly. Once the plans are completed, they're sent off to our production facility in Bolton. This large production facility allows us to completely control every aspect of your roof build, so we can guarantee the quality of the build as well as the quality of the materials used. The first step in the build process is to measure and cut the external grade plywood panels that will cover the roof space. As each roof is unique, we precision cut these based on the individual project plans supplied by our design team. Again, this ensures accuracy once we start to fit the roof components together. Once all of the panels are cut, the next step is for all of the aluminium frame components to be produced. We use state-of-the-art CNC cutting machines to ensure millimetre accuracy on all components. And again, as each roof is different, we always manufacture these parts on a job-by-job basis, depending on the customer's chosen specification. From the cutting centre, it's over to the welding bay, where any additional brackets and fixing points are attached. With all of the components cut to length, the entire roof is now dry fitted in our assembly bay, so that we know that once we get to the customer's home, every component will fit together perfectly. Once the frame is assembled, the next step is to fit the plywood roof panels. Again, by doing this beforehand, it means we can fine-tune any aspects of the build in the workshop environment and not have to worry about any fitting issues once we get to the customer's home. The final step in the pre-production process is the measuring and cutting of each individual roof tile. Once cut, these are then individually numbered, so that once on site, the installation team will know exactly where each tile or panel should be fitted. With the trial assembly completed, the entire roof is disassembled and each component is individually wrapped, before being allocated its own job racking. The parts can then be delivered by our installation team, safe in the knowledge that every required component for the build will be on site. Our first stage is to protect your home by placing protective sheeting over the existing floor and wall areas, as well as plywood sheeting for extra security to the existing floor surface. We then begin the process of removing the old roof. Each part is carefully removed and disposed of sympathetically, as part of our policy to protect the environment. Once the roof has been completely removed and all we are left with is the conservatory frame, we begin the new roof installation. The first task is to securely fix the timber framework around the top of the existing window frames. next step is to fit the new aluminium ring beam onto the timber framework, securing it tightly down and onto the window frames. Once the ring beams are in place, we can then start assembling the new roof rafters and wall bars, also placing structural joints between the rafters when required. Everything is then securely bolted together, and we can also then bolt the new roof back to the wall using high quality and suitable fixing bolts. Once the main structure is in place, we then place the exterior quality plywood panels onto the roof. Each panel is fixed securely down onto the roof bars. Once all of the roof panels have been fixed in place, we then staple a breather membrane onto the roof, completely covering the panels and overlapping the edges. This allows us to have your new roof showerproof and secure by the end of the first day. On day 2 of the build, the first step is to cut the 40mm solid insulation material, which is placed tightly between each rafter, minimising any gaps. Once the first layer is in place, pre-dried timber battens are cut to size and fixed onto the aluminium bars, ready to have the next layer of insulation fitted. Again, this layer of 25mm solid insulation is precision cut, so that it fits perfectly against every batten. Once the first 2 solid insulation layers are secured, we then cut the 72mm solid insulated plasterboard panels. These are secured to the battens and not to the insulation layer below it. This ensures we have a rigid and secure surface to plaster to. Back onto the outside of the build, and now each of the pre-cut roof tiles are carefully removed and placed onto the plywood panels and securely screwed down. As these are numbered at the factory, the installers know exactly where each tile needs to be fitted. Once all of the tiles have been fitted, each ridge and roof hip has flashband heated onto the tiles. This ensures a tight, waterproof seal between the joins. With the flashband in place, more pre-dried battening is secured in place to allow for the fitting of the decorative ridge caps and covers. The new guttering and rainwater pipes are then fitted to the ring beam, and the breather membrane is cut back to allow rainwater to flow freely into the gutters. The final exterior stage is the trimming and lead work to give a secure, attractive and weatherproof finish. Once the exterior roof build is completed, our plastering team moves in, and the ceiling is plastered and skimmed, ready for you to paint. Upon completion of the interior and exterior of the roof, the construction team will clean down all of the conservatory and remove any debris from site, leaving you with a beautiful finished room. Add your own touches to the inside and your new room is ready to use all year round. PCL Guardian Conservatory Roofs, the only certified solid conservatory roof solution.